Good morning. Good afternoon. Let me just grab you guys real quick. That looks fucking weird. What's going on? 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 I didn't realize my bed looked like that, but it is what it is. Sorry about that. I don't know why my bed looks like that. Was up late smashing everyone's mother. Okay. Okay, what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Hope the audio sounds fine. Again, new computer. I don't know if it's getting all messed with. Hope it sounds fine. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. We are only going to have this week 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's 3 more of these. Maybe we'll go live week 18. I don't know how many of you guys play week 18 championships. Hopefully, not a lot of you guys. Hopefully not everyone is playing week 18. But you never know. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's good? What's popping? Brand new whip just hopped in. Morning, Nick. Good morning. Worthy or Trey Tucker? I would play Trey Tucker. Good morning, Janu Smith or Njoku. Janu Smith, Marvin Harrison Jr. or Hawkinson. PPR in the flex spot. I would play Marv. But if you want to be safe, play Hawkinson. What's up, Nick? Should I start DK or MVS in the flex in the standard league? DK, Levis or Aiden O'Connell, Levis, Chuba or Rashad White. Rashad White. No, I'd play Chuba. 49ers D versus the Jaguars. No, versus the Bears. I don't know why the fuck I read that wrong. No Bosa or Titans D versus the Jags. No T-Law. Yeah, I'd go Titans. Nick, what's up? What's up, Michael? How you doing, my man? And those, if you see on the couch, they're like these. They're not. I don't know what the fuck they're called. They're from Trader Joe's, and they're these. Like, I don't know what animal it is because I just don't remember. I was eating them last night. They're so good. They taste just like Teddy Grahams. I love Teddy Grahams. Good morning, Spock. Good morning, Tyron. Good morning, Caitlin. What's up, everybody? Good morning, everyone. I appreciate you all. Kiop, what's going on, my man? I really appreciate you. The rankings are being updated as we speak. I am moving players up and down. The rankings will be out shortly. I don't know how high to get on certain guys. I don't know how low. Like, this is just such a weird week due to how many injuries there are. I am very high on Zach Charbonnet. I have ranked him inside of the top 12. And Braylon Allen is not inside the top 12. Swift or Calvin Austin III, Saints or the Miami Dolphins? That's a great question. I think I would just have to ride with Swift. I think Swift's eventually going to have a bounce back game. I think Swift's eventually going to play a whole lot better. Swift at multiple points in this season was a very high-end play. It's just as of recently, the production hasn't been as good. The matchup last week was tough as fuck up against the Lions on Thanksgiving. So the fact that that didn't go well really wasn't that much of a shock. But over his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, he's only had 2 games inside of the top 24. But again, trends are meant to be broken, just like rules are meant to be broken. So I do believe DeAndre Swift bounces back up against a not so hot San Francisco 49ers defense. So I would definitely go Swift over Calvin Austin. I think playing Calvin Austin, Nick, there's no George Pickens. I think that's just getting a little bit ambitious, in my humble opinion. I don't think it's crazy. Like, I don't think it's insane that he has a decent game, right? I'm not going to sit here and be like, wow, I would be fucking perplexed. I would be absolutely shocked if that happened. But I wouldn't bang the drum too hard for him. I'm going to move him up my rankings because right now he's ranked like in the deep depths of hell in like the 60s. I'm going to pull him up to the 43 spot. I think that feels pretty fair. And then Saints versus Dolphins on defense. We're going to go Swift. And then Saints versus Dolphins, I would go with the New Orleans Saints up against the Giants. Anyone that watches the UFC, let me know what you guys thought about last night's card. As someone that watches the prelims and bets on like every single fight, the prelims and early prelims were amazing. The main card kind of mid. My boy Bryce Mitchell ended up getting the W, so I was happy for him. But besides that, it was kind of a weaker card, in my opinion. On paper, it was good. But the decisions were just fucking terrible. But this is a fantasy football channel, not a UFC channel, so we're not going to talk about that too much. Just throwing out some talking points because we did talk about the UFC on the Friday night stream. Yesterday was the first time I missed a video or stream since August. But I just didn't feel like making one, so I didn't make one. It is what it is. Mahomes, Murray, or Darnold? Thank you, Frank. I really appreciate you. Love you a long time. That means the world to me. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you to everyone super chatting. Flex, White, ETN, or Will Dissly? Great question. I'm going to play Rachaad White in the flex. I don't think that playing Rachaad White is like a bad thing at this point in the season. Look, I know Bucky Irving has all the acclaim at this point. I know everyone's ready to hop on to his dick and ride it to the moon at this point, right? Everyone loves Bucky, but I think not Rico Dowdle. I think that we're still going to see a lot of Rachaad White. We're still to see a lot of Rachaad White. We're still to see a lot of Rachaad White. And I think that Rachaad White still has value in this offense. So I would look, again, I'm not ranking him as high as I would if there was no Bucky Irving, but at this point, I think he still belongs in the top 24 conversation at running back, and he does have the upside to score 20 plus points in any given game. And then when it comes to Murray, Darnold, or Mahomes, I kind of think I'm just off of Mahomes at this point. Look, if you want to play Mahomes, go right ahead, right? Mahomes going to finish anywhere from quarterback 12 to 18. You're going to get a decent amount of points. Mahomes, more than likely, is never going to end up just fucking your team over. But to me, he just doesn't have that same upside, that same luster that he used to have. So for me, Mahomes is definitely off the docket there. So it's between Kyler or Mono Man Sam. I'd go with Sam up against the hot Atlanta Falcons. I think that's a great matchup for him. So we're going to go Sam Darnold, and we're going to go with Rachaad White. Santo, thank you for the super chat. Half PPR. What's up? I can fix your copier. How you doing, man? Half PPR pick 2, Ridley, Sharbs, or Tracy. Definitely going to go with the first 2, Ridley and Charbonnet. Now, Ridley has been ice cold, right? Ridley has not been performing well as of recently. I think it's now a stretch of 3 games in a row where if you started him, he basically bent you over a goddamn table and did you dirty, right? So I do believe that while that has happened, I don't think you should be jumping off the bandwagon. I love this matchup this week for Calvin Ridley. It is a revenge game for Calvin Ridley, so I would be rocking with Calvin Ridley. And then Charbonnet is a no-brainer. You don't even have to use your mind in that. So you're going to be playing Charbonnet. Every fight was good. I do think the fights were good. Most of them. The decisions were just kind of shit. Gone, lost 100%, and I bet on Cyril Gone. I was happy he got the win for my bet, but he should not have won. Brian Battle should have lost. He was in all my parlays. He won, so I was happy because I bet on him, but I didn't think he should have won. And then Pantoja is a man amongst men. Yes, he's amazing. Demetrius Johnson is still all-time better than him, but Demetrius Johnson's Mighty Mouse isn't coming out of retirement to fight him. But yeah, Pantoja is a beast. That was a great fight from him. I didn't think Asakura would have really had any answer for him. Asakura is a great fighter from Japan, and I think, maybe you go to the Japan rule set, maybe. And it's not in an octagon. Maybe he wins there. But in your debut fight, fighting for the belt, there's just too much on the line. It's like throwing him to wolves. It was a tough. And yeah, I do believe Volkov won. I think anyone with eyes believes Volkov won. Terrible decision. Kyler, thank you, Vic. Kyler or Stafford? I would be going with Kyler. Kyler's been super hot or cold. I get it. So has Stafford. I guess that's crazy to say. I guess I don't even trust Kyler that much, but I would be playing Kyler. In my opinion, I just think that's the smart move. I'm not going to abandon ship on Kyler at this point in the season, right? We've already made it this far, so I'm not jumping ship here. Because of what we've seen recently. But again, it hasn't been great. It hasn't been amazing. It's been far from amazing. But yeah, I would be playing Kyler. And then Jennings, BTJ, Keenan Allen, and non-PPR. So non-PPR, you're strictly hunting for the touchdown. In my opinion, that's just how I look at things. Look, you can get 100 yards. You're getting 10 fucking points, right? You want the touchdown. You want 2 touchdowns, right? Potentially. That's your hope, right? And while I think on paper BTJ is probably the smarter start, or even Jennings, but in my head, in my opinion, I would be playing I think the smart move is to play Keenan Allen because Keenan Allen can score multiple touchdowns. Keenan Allen has been red hot. He has been on fire, NBA Jam style. So, in my opinion, I do really believe that the smarter move there would be Keenan Allen, just because I think Keenan Allen has the highest likelihood out of all of those guys to fall ass backwards into the end zone and score a touchdown. So for me, it would be Keenan Allen and it would be Kyler. If you want to be safe, though, it'd be Stafford and it would be Keenan Allen. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I appreciate all you guys. Cooler Hand, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Dowdle or Garendo in PPR? Thanks. Great question. Let me pull up the rankings real quick. So I have Dowdle currently ranked 15. I have Garendo ranked 21st. Could Garendo outscore running back 21? Yes. This is a run system made by Kyle Shanahan that is fantastic. But I do have my reservations. Are the 49ers still in it to win it? Is Brock Purdy's injury severe to where the offense can't move the ball? And I think that's a good question because we saw them last week and it was in the snow. So I don't think there's a lot you could take from that. Hey, Brock Purdy didn't play good, but what scenario was he in where he could have played good, right? What scenario was he in where we could have seen the arm? How good is the arm? How is the shoulder impacting him? I don't know because that game was a terrible indication of anything. Even if the shoulder was 100% fine, we would not have known from that game. That game showed us nothing. So, in my opinion, that is just a bad look of a game to get anything out of. Like, I think Garendo is a good player. So, if that's the takeaway, sure, that's a good takeaway to have. Garendo is a talented player. He scored a touchdown. But I just don't know how the offense is going to look. And for running backs, like, it is important that you're able to move the ball. It's important that the team isn't getting face fucked and they're not able to run the ball, because when you get face fucked, you can't run the rock. You cannot move the ball correctly. And that will ultimately be the death of the team and the death of Garendo if you cannot run the ball. I'm just updating the rankings on Patreon right now. They're being posted as we speak. So anyone that is... Oh, wait, hold up. Blood on the leaves. Oh, okay, I just got to fix this. I just imported all the rankings onto the wrong fucking sheet like a jack-off. Like a silly boy. So I got to fix that. I put it in the week 13 sheet, not the week 14 sheet. Silly goose is what I am, but it's okay. I'm going to fix it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I'm going to fix it. Homie Simo, we did it. Do. I don't even know if that's what Dora says, actually. But it sounds like what Dora says. Yeah, I would go with Dowdle because I just trust him a little bit more. And again, I do like Garendo. I do think Garendo has pretty big upside. So don't take this as, oh, Nick doesn't like Garendo. Nick thinks Garendo sucks ass. Blah, 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 blah. Right? That's not what I think. I just don't trust Brock Purdy just yet. So I would go I would go Dowdle, but I still think Garendo's fine. Rutnips, my man, thank you for the super chat. Need 2 wide receivers: Jennings, Adams, Neighbors, and MHJ. Also 1 for the flex: Garendo, Braylon out, or Tyrone Tracy. Win and get in this week. Thanks, brother. No problem. I will try my best to answer this question so that you can get into your fantasy playoffs. This has been a tough year. Some of you guys might have straight up dog walked your way straight into the playoffs. The easiest year ever. Some people might be struggling, fighting tooth and nail to get in. That's the interesting thing about fantasy football, is nothing is guaranteed. And it's been an interesting year. And a lot of my teams have suffered from just getting unlucky. Picking the wrong sides of things, getting injuries, and it is what it is. But as long as you guys, honestly, something I realized over the years is that I care much more about giving out the correct advice for you guys over getting the actual answer correct for my own team, right? So if I'm losing and you guys are winning, that matters much more to me than me actually winning and then you guys doing nothing, right? Because you guys pay to get my answers. Some of you guys get the answers for free, which is also fine, but you're watching my videos. You're helping me out a ton. So I really appreciate all you guys, whether you can super chat or you can't super chat. Either way, I appreciate you. Whether you're on the Patreon, you're not on the Patreon, I appreciate you. I love you so much. So thank you guys for all the support this year. Hope you guys know that. It means the world to me. So Make sure you guys keep watching the stream. So we're going to get back onto the actual answers here. We're going to start answering questions. We're not going to keep dancing around. Dance, dance, monkey, dance, monkey. Is that the song? Or what does she say in the song? Dance something, dance something. Oh, 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 oh. Everyone, not everyone knows that song. It's like a stupid fucking pop song. Okay. Need 2 wide receivers. Oh, I look, I am not quitting Neighbors. I'm not quitting him. You guys might be ready to quit him. You guys might have quit him. I am not quitting him. I will refuse to quit him because the second we quit him, the second we give up, the second we wave the white flag on Malik Neighbors is the second Malik Neighbors goes out there, fucking 1-2 punch, slams him on the ground like what Bryce Mitchell did to Gracie last night. Like, that is the level of pounding that Neighbors can do to someone. So I'm going with Neighbors. I got to play him. And then, do I want to play MHJ or do I want to play Devontae Adams? I'm going to play Devontae Adams up against the Dolphins. I don't love the play. I don't love any of those options, but that's what I would do. I would play Devontae Adams because I do think the Dolphins will probably end up letting this game get way too close for comfort, and a guy like Devontae Adams will probably end up scoring a touchdown. So we're going to go Neighbors, and we're going to go Devontae. And then at the flex, we are going to go, oh, man. Oh, man. Do we want to play 2 Jets? Do we want to go ride or die with the Jets? I don't know about that. I have Braylon Allen ranked 1 spot ahead of Tracy. So based on the rankings, it would be Adams, Neighbors, Braylon Allen. I'm not playing 2 guys on the Jets. So you can either go MHJ, Neighbors, and Allen, or go Adams, Neighbors, Tracy, and that's what I would do. I would go Adams, Neighbors, and Tracy. That's a really tough question. Type of question that'll keep you up at night, have you not being able to sleep for roughly a month. So that's tough, but that is the way. I like it. Okay. What the fuck did I just do? All right, we got to redo this. So that's the way I would go. Tracy, Neighbors, Adams. That's how we're going. That's how we're rocking. That's the way. I like it. Thank you, Wesley. Made the playoffs, so not a need to win this week. All right, I got you anyways. Thank you for the help. No problem. I appreciate you, Wesley, super chatting every week. I appreciate all you guys. It's crazy, man. It's crazy that so many of you guys take my, not that it's crazy that people take my advice, because I think I give good advice, but it is just crazy that there's so many people here all the time. Means the world to me. Made the playoffs, so no need to win this week, but you're going to get the W anyways, Wesley. I appreciate you. 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. I'm going to type it out because questions like this, I think it's easier to just type it out. So you're 100% playing A-Chain. You cannot sit him. You cannot sit A-Chain. You just can't. So A-Chain's in there. At wide receiver, Sutton cannot be sat. DJ Moore cannot be sat. Those are 2 easy answers. So Achane, Sutton, DJ Moore must play. Don't think twice about it. Some of you guys, I have way better receivers than Sutton and DJ Moore, blah, 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 right? Some people might, right? But for me, those are kind of, fuck, I just messed up again. What the hell am I doing? Okay. All right, I fixed it. Okay. So we're going to go A-Chain, Sutton, DJ Moore. Lock those guys in. And then, it's up in the air. It's up in the air between a guy like Garrett Wilson, James Conner, Garendo. I think I would just go Garrett Wilson and hope he bounces back. So I want to go Achane. We're going to go Sutton. We're going to go Waddle. No, we're not going Waddle. What the fuck? We're going Sutton, Achane, DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson. Best of luck. I believe that is your best shot to win. So that's the lineup that we are rocking with. That is what we are rocking with here. That is what we are rocking with. All right, shout out to my dad just texted me a picture. My Uncle Bob and Sherry and Ray are watching my stream, so shout out to them. My uncle, like Ray is my uncle. Yeah, but shout out to Sherry, Ray, and Bobby. Shout out to them. Shout out to everyone. All right, so we're going DJ Moore, Sutton, Garrett Wilson, Achane. Lock it in. Lock it in. Shout out to them. Niall, thank you for the super chat. NYLE. Niall, did you send a question in chat? You did. Running back, no Brees, so Izzy or Abdullah. I am not touching Izzy. I would not touch Izzy with a 10-foot pole. It's got to be Amir Abdullah. I don't love Abdullah. I don't think anyone loves Abdullah, but we're going to go Abdullah. That's what we're going to do. I think Abdullah's he's like a veteran, right? He's one of these veteran running backs that you got to dump off and he could take it to the crib, right? He's not the most talented player. No one's going to sit. I don't even think Abdullah's family would be like, oh, Amir Abdullah is this great running back. He's made his money. He's in a scenario where he's going to get a couple of touches a game and he could find the end zone. I would not be playing Izzy. So I would be going Abdullah. Xiao Zhang, thank you for the super chat, my man. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Apologize if I don't. Again, over the years, you guys should know I am probably one of the worst at pronouncing people's names. I am an all-time bad at that. Even the guys we watch every Sunday on play in the NFL, I can't even pronounce half their names. All right, Judy or Tracy? Let's go Judy. Let's go Judy over Tracy. Jerry Judy's been on fire. No Cedric Tillman. Elijah Moore's going to be in there. Obviously, Elijah Moore's been playing well, but Jameis Winston has been playing some incredible football. I don't think Jameis Winston is like the answer. Allen Iverson in Cleveland to be like the franchise guy. I don't really think Jameis is like the franchise guy for any team anymore, but he's very fun to watch, and he throws the ball a lot to Jerry Jeudy, and Jerry Jeudy's been playing really, really well, so I definitely rock with Jerry Jeudy. And then Dab God, thank you very much. Start one of these in my flex. Half PPR Pacheco, Devontae Smith, Waddle, Addison, also Darnold or Murray. Thanks as always. No problem. It's going to be Darnold over Kyler. I trust Darnold way more. Darnold hasn't been playing great recently. Let's call a spade a spade. Sam Darnold has been playing bad. He has not bad, but he just hasn't looked the best. But I do think brighter days are ahead for Sam Darnold. This feels like at least halfway good enough of a matchup for him to be decent. Again, I don't think you should be banging the drum for him by any means, but I do think he's going to be fine enough. So I would go with Sam Darnold. Again, no one should be anticipating Darnold to go nuclear at this point, but the matchup's good. He's a good player. He's going to be fine. So definitely would go Darnold over Kyler, 100%. And then we are in the scenario of Pacheco, Devontae Smith, Waddle, Addison. Great question. I think it has to be Devontae Smith. When Devontae Smith plays, he's pretty much always going to be in that top 24 conversation. Now, I don't think he's like this locked and loaded, clear top 24 receiver. Like, I don't think he's guaranteed to be that, but you should be ranking him that way because of his team he's on, his ability to catch the football after the catch as well. And the matchup's pretty fine for him. So I would be going with Devontae Smith. I don't really trust Waddle. I don't really trust Pacheco that much. I don't trust Addison. So I think the smart move would just be going Devontae Smith. So we're on Devontae Smith and Darnold. And then no Brees. So Izzy or Abdullah. It's got to be Abdullah, in my opinion. Got to be Abdullah. Riaz, thank you for the super chat. O'Connell or Rodgers at quarterback, Pollard or Charbonnet, non-PPR. Happy holidays, my friend. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays to everyone who is watching. Hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. Was that last week at this point? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, last week because the Dolphins lost. Ripped my heart out. One of the worst smackings we've taken in years. That was terrible. Hurt to watch, but I knew they were going to lose the second that we when you muff a punt, you get a 3 and out, you muff a punt, and then they instantly score, you just know it's over. What is even the point in watching at that point, right? It's all over. It just was. It is what it is. So O'Connell or Rodgers, that's a good question because to be honest with you, I almost want to say Aiden O'Connell. I almost want to sit here and wax poetically about Aiden O'Connell. And I don't even think Aiden O'Connell is that good. Aiden O'Connell played good last week. The matchup's good up against the Bucs. You know what? I would rather play Aiden O'Connell because Rodgers just doesn't look like he cares. He doesn't look like he cares. He doesn't look good. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would play O'Connell. I'm playing O'Connell. I just don't care. Like, I think Rodgers is probably going to make a game-losing bad play up against the Dolphins, pick six, something like that. I think the Dolphins beat down on the Jets. And I don't even think the Dolphins are good. I just think the Jets are just that bad. And Rodgers could be fine in that game, but I'm just going to go Aiden O'Connell because I just like the matchup way better than Pollard versus Charbonnet non-PPR. I would go Charbonnet because let's just call a spade. When Charbonnet has been the guy, when Charbonnet has been playing, Charbonnet has been playing incredibly well when he was the guy. No one is sitting here saying that Charbonnet is better than Kenneth Walker. I don't think anyone's saying that, but he can put up reputable, safe numbers in that scenario. So I would go with Charbonnet, and I would go with Aiden O'Connell. Happy holidays to you as well. Hope you guys are all having great ones. And just so you know, you don't have to super chat to get your question answered. I'm going to answer the normal questions as well as we continue on our trek towards answering every single question. This week is weird. In DFS, anyone that plays DFS, I play on DraftKings. They're not a sponsor. But that's how I play DFS. I also play on Underdog as well, but most of my play is on DraftKings. They're not sponsors, though. Shout out to Underdog, who is a sponsor. Promo code Notorious when you sign up. I'm getting a lot of Will Levis right now in DFS, which feels disgusting. It feels gross. It feels bottom of the barrel. I don't think Will Levis is very good. But, sometimes you have to get a little bit spicy. Sometimes you got to get risky. You got to take some risks. Risk it for the biscuit. And this could be the week where, Will Levis makes me a lot of money and you guys never see me again, That's a joke. Even if I won $1 million playing fantasy, I would still make the videos because I actually enjoy doing it. So 07, salute. Thank you for the super chat. PPR, Shepard, McCormick, Austin II, or Ray McLeod? Great question. I think I'm YOLOing and playing Austin. I think I would YOLO and play Calvin Austin. Hope he finds the end zone. Hope he scores. Hope he hits the gritty in the end zone. So that's what we're going to go with. I am playing a little bit more lineups than normal because the UFC was so kind to me last night with betting. Shout out to all those guys that won for me. That was probably the first time where I actually started off on the right foot betting the UFC. Normally, I'm betting the early prelims, and I just miss by a mile. Like a guy who I think is going to dog walk another dude just gets choked out within 30 seconds. But for some reason, I saw it correctly, and I actually won a decent amount of money. So shout out to all those guys. So I'd go Austin just strictly because Austin could take one bomb straight to the cribbo and end up having a decent game. They're without their main guy, George Pickens. So I think he's a good answer. If you want to be safer, if you're like, Nick, I can't take that risk, just play McCormick, Sincere McCormick, which sounds like a fake name, because he's going to get you 7 points. And if you want 7 points, you can play him. Oh my gosh, it's so windy outside. I thought my door just swung open from the wind. Full PPR. Must win. Jelly Monster, thank you for the super chat. Lad, wait, did I answer all of that question? Because I was just yapping. Yeah, I did answer that question. Jelly Monster, thank you for the super chat. Must win. Lad or start two of my other bench options. Roma Dunze, Westbrook Ikayin, or should I go with Quentin Johnston? Okay. Let's read about Lad McConkey real quick. Let's read about Lad. Lad is dealing with an AC joint injury, which we knew, is a true game time decision. He's listed as questionable, and the team hopes to give him right up to 90%, 90 minutes before kickoff. What does that mean? That means it doesn't sound the best. I won't say that, he's guaranteed to be out, right? I won't guarantee anything, right? There's no guarantees in life, except for a couple of things that are guaranteed, I guess. But there's not a lot of guarantees in life, so I won't guarantee that he doesn't play. But that doesn't sound good. That's from Ian Rappaport. Now, Ian Rappaport has me blocked on Twitter because of something I said a while ago to him, which I thought was funny. So, Ian Rappaport, I like Ian Rappaport, so I won't say anything negative about him. Will Ladd McConkey play? Here's another thing. He's a true game time. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I would play Nick Westbrook, Ikayin. Look, if Ladd plays, you're going to be disappointed because you would have rather have played Ladd McConkey. I get it. I'm not going to sit here and say anything other than that, but I would just play Nick Westbrook, Ikayin, because he's been hot. And we talk about this all the time on the channel. When a guy is playing out of his mind, when a guy is playing hot, when a guy is running just that well, he's finding the end zone that well, I would just play Nick Westbrook. Ladd is a big question mark. That doesn't sound the best. I would try to get off of him if possible. Again, does that guarantee that he's out? No. This could be some gamesmanship. He did play last week. He came into the week banged up, but he could have hurt it even more in that game. It just doesn't sound the best. If you have the gonads to say, you know what, I'm going to wait on Ladd. I'm going to say, you know what, maybe Ladd plays, and then I'm going to pivot to Quentin Johnston. That's fine too. But I don't know if I'd want to be playing Quentin Johnston. So I think I would just play the safe move and just play Nick Westbrook. That's what I would do. Half PPR from Justin, and we're going to go a bit quicker because we are behind by a significant mark. I would not be playing Israel Abakanda at all. Ladd, Devontae Smith, or Braylon. Thank you, GOAT. No problem. Yeah, so I would personally just try to avoid Ladd. Not because I think, look, Ladd can play. He can play. If you have the balls to risk it, go ahead and do it. I don't think it's impossible that, we get to game time and he's in there. But when push comes to shove, gun to the head, I would just be playing Braylon because I think he's safe on the Jets. I think he should be seeing a majority of the carries, and the Dolphins' defense sucks against the run. The Dolphins' defense gets plowed up against the run on a weekly basis. It is hard to watch as a Dolphins fan. It makes me want to blow my brains out, metaphorically, of course, YouTube. The YouTube overlords that are watching. Terrible. The Dolphins are terrible against the run. I would play Braylon. Anthony B., thank you for the super chat, my man. I really appreciate you. Calvin Austin or Nick Westbrook, Ian. I'm going Nick Westbrook. Do I think that Calvin Austin can outscore Nick Westbrook? Yes. Do I think that that is the most likely scenario? No. Again, Nick Westbrook is running incredibly hot. It's like an NBA Jam when you catch your guy on fire and you're making everything in, you're fucking slam dunking on everyone. That is what you want. You want to be playing guy that is on fire. So I would be playing Nick Westbrook again when you are playing at that high of a level, when you are cracked, as the kids would say. You got to kind of rock with him. Now, on my own fantasy team, I have Nick Westbrook. I am struggling at the decision right now, thinking if I should play him or not, but I would 100% play him over Calvin Austin. So Nick Westbrook's the answer there. Justin, BTJ or Braylon, Jameis or Gino, thank you again. No problem. Braylon over BTJ, 100p, 100%. BTJ or Braylon, we're going Braylon over BTJ. Not, again, I don't dislike, I don't dislike, BTJ. I think BTJ is an incredible talent. I think BTJ might legitimately be the best rookie wide receiver in this class when all things are said and done. But with Mac Jones under center, I'm running for the hills, man. I am running straight for the hills. And then Jameis or Gino, I am just going to play Jameis because Jameis has the upside to take things over the top and score 30 fantasy points, right? What's Gino going to do? He's just going to be safe. Gino got me 15 points, and Gino didn't perform well at all against this team a couple of weeks ago, so up against the Cards. So I'm going Braylon and Jameis. Wandale or Leggett? I would go Wandale. Blue Line, thank you for the super chat. Ferg or Otten, also Sharp, McCormick or Irving. You gotta play Bucky. The report is that Bucky's playing, right? Bucky Irvin. Bucky. Bucky is questionable. I haven't read anything that says he's not playing. Assuming he's going. I haven't read anything that says he's not playing, so You know, they say an assumption makes an ass out of you and me. So hopefully we're not assuming the wrong thing. But yeah, Bucky Irving is supposed to play. So we're going to play Bucky Irving. You have to play him. You just have to play him. It's really that simple. He's been playing that well. You play him. Then, so we're going to play Irving 100%. And then Ferger Otten. Otten has been ice cold. Otten's been frozen like the Frozone dude from The Incredibles. Honey, where's my super suit type of deal here. But I would be playing Otten. I don't really trust Ferguson, if I'm being honest with you, without Dak. So it would be Otten for me. It's Otten for me. Otten and Charbonnet. Jason, my man, start 1 PPR. BTJ Adams Smith. Also currently Ladd is in, but if he doesn't go, I could pick up Disley and start him over any of the above. Okay, I would not be playing Disley over any of those guys. I just wouldn't. I just don't think that's a advisable play. So I would not be doing that. So I would be going with Adams. I would be playing Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams has been playing decent. The Jets are going to be down to the Dolphins, in my opinion. The Jets are going to have to throw, and that could lead to a decent game out of the pass catchers on the Jets. So I would go with Adams. I don't love Adams. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I think Adams is this amazing play, this chef kiss, magnifique type of deal here. But I do think that he's going to be halfway decent enough to have a good enough game for your team to be fine. So we're going to go and play Adams. That's who I would be starting in PPR, Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams. That's where we're going. Going Devontae Adams. Legendary one. Flex 1. Braylon, Garendo, Tracy, Warren, MVS, PW. I would play Braylon Allen. And I would play Tracy. Both of the New York guys. Does it feel amazing? No. Does it feel fantastic? No. But that's what I would do. I think that would be the smart play. Would be to play Braylon because I think Braylon's pretty safe on the Jets because, again, the Dolphins' defense is terrible up against the run. Bottom of the barrel, laughable level play. So that's the way I would lean. Throwing one more lineup in. DFS, then we're done looking at that. So I would go Braylon Allen and Tracy. I think Tracy's pretty safe on the Giants. And I think Braylon Allen's a pretty safe bet for the Jets. So I would go with both. Eric, thank you for the super chat. More of a limited role this week. Should I start him or Westbrook? Dude, I'm playing Neighbors. I am playing Malik Neighbors. He's playing. I don't see anything that would indicate Neighbors has been cleared to play after a questionable tag. Into the weekend following a limited practice on Thursday and an absence from practice on Friday due to lingering injury. Though Neighbors should start as he normally does, Adam Schefter believes more of a limited role. I'm still playing him personally. I'm not too worried about the limited role. I'm not going to panic off of my priors that believes that he's a fine start. Now, if you want to play Westbrook and you're like, I want to play the safer bet, sure, play Westbrook, right? Because it might be safer. If you're really going to panic about that and it's really going to impact you and you're like, oh, Neighbors might end up screwing me, then yeah, just play Westbrook. If you donating and super chatting and you're like, hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. I start him or Westbrook. I would be fine playing Westbrook if you wanted, right? Again, if you want to be as safe as possible, you can play him, right? It might feel safer. I still just believe Neighbors is going to get peppered with targets. I just do. Sure, is he more risky now? Of course, but he was already risky. So I would personally play Neighbors, but if you want to play Nick Westbrook, go ahead. That's what I'll tell you. Jason Kimber. I think I answered your question, Anthony, but I can go back. Tyrone Tracy or Garrett Wilson at the flex. I would be playing Tracy just because I think he's a lot safer. Just because I think he's a whole lot safer, I would be playing Tracy because I just think he's the safer bet. The Giants are not a good team. The Giants' offensive line is not good, but Tracy has been able to do a decent amount. The quarterback situation is better. It, to me, just feels right to play him. So that's the way I would go. I would be playing Tyrone Tracy over Garrett Wilson. And then for Anthony, again, your answer is Nick Westbrook. I like him way, way, way better than Calvin Austin. And just so you guys know, I am behind on the super chat, so I'm gonna have to keep hurrying up, Hurry up offense here. V Cruz, thank you for the super chat. With Hall, Andrews, Pickens out, one running back, one tight end, one flex. Dowdle, Swift, Tracy, Hawkinson, Garendo, Adams, or Kelsey. Great question. I would go Tracy. I would go Swift. I would go Tracy. You gotta play Travis Kelsey. So you're playing Tracy. You're playing Kelsey, and then I would go Dowdle. I think that's your safest bet. So I'm not gonna go double tight end with Hawk and Kelsey, even though that's not all that crazy with our process. We're going Tracy, Dowdle, and we are going to go Kelsey. Tracy, Dowdle, Kelsey. I'm fine with Garendo. I'm actually fine with all those options. I just think Tracy's fine. I think Dowdle will be fine on the Cowboys, and I can't sit Kelsey. So that's kind of it. There. Miggs, thank you for the super chat. I am 8-5 in the playoffs. Do I drop BTJ, Jennings, or Hopkins because my running back spot is empty? Go with Ray Davis or Abdullah. Also, who should I start between those three wide receivers? Much love. Thank you. I would be cutting DeAndre Hopkins, and I'd be picking up Amir Abdullah and playing him just because he should be able to get enough touches for your team to be fine. So Abdullah, and I drop Hopkins, and I would play Jennings. So we'd go Jennings, play him, drop Hopkins, pick up Abdullah. There you go. Thank you for the super chat. And again, we're going to have to go quicker because we are behind. Full PPR, Jizia. Thank you for the super chat. Full PPR, pick 2, Waddle, Mooney, Thielen, Nick Westbrook, Ekain. We're going to go Mooney and Nick Westbrook again. Nick Westbrook has been playing on fire. He's been hot. You cannot sit a guy that is playing that well, in my opinion. You simply cannot sit him. When a guy is playing out of his mind like that, I don't have the cojones to sit him, so I would be playing him. Then it would be Mooney. Mooney is coming off of an injury, so I don't think it's like a guarantee that he has this great game, right? I don't think that, but I feel the most confident in him, so trying to figure out. I got a new computer and I don't know what my login is to my fucking fantasy team. So that's not good. I don't know, Jim. Fuck. I gotta check on my phone just to edit the lineup real quick. Or just to figure out what the username is. But yeah, I would be going with Waddle, or no, I would be going with Nick Westbrook because he's on fire, and I would go Mooney. Those are the two safest bets there. Michael Cullen, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. PPR, pick 2, full PPR, Chube, Nick Chube. That's his name, right, guys? I'm trying to find how the hell do I figure out what my name is. Okay. All right, at least I know that's what the username is. So I'll figure out the password. I'll figure it. My account has been temporarily locked. That's awesome. When I'm trying to set my lineup, I'm just gonna have to do it on my phone. So Charbonnet 100%, and then I would go Tracy. Charbonnet and Tracy would be the answer there. You got to play Charbonnet without Kenneth Walker, and I like Tracy a lot this week. This is what it looks like. Thank you for the super chat. This is what. Make sure you leave your question. This is what it looks like because I don't see it right now, but I'm going to keep looking for it. You got the best Discord community. Everyone in there is awesome except for Brady and Baguette and Spaceman as they sweet. That is so funny. I'm glad you enjoy being in there. Make sure you guys do join the Discord. get them on my new computer, so I don't even know if I have my Discord set up on here to even send the link. I set up the computer 2 days ago, so no, I don't have it set up right now. But, make sure you guys do join the Discord. I assume Spock will be able to grab the link real quick and put it in the chat. Make sure you guys do join. The Discord is awesome. There's a lot of guys in there. There's some girls in there, maybe. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there's a bunch of dudes in there hanging out, talking ball. All are welcome. Make sure you guys do join. It is awesome in there. Everyone's having a nice, fun time. So yeah, make sure you guys join that. And thank you, Dap God. I really appreciate you. That was a funny comment. Anonymous, thank you for the super chat. Anonymous. Looking for his question. Hey, man. Half PPR, would you play Ferguson over Mooney already starting Otten? I would still be playing Mooney. I would personally still play Mooney on my team. I would still be rocking with Mooney, personally. Personally, I would play Mooney. All right, I need to edit my own lineup really quick. Just make sure the right guys are in. Yeah, everyone is on bye on my one team, so this is about as good as it's going to get. So, yeah, I would be playing Mooney over Ferguson. Daniel, thank you for the super chat. Happy Sunday, boss. Happy Sunday. I need some help. First league, full PPR. Need one wide receiver, one running back, and one flex. Moore, Harris, Ridley, Connor, Guerrero. Second league, DK, Jennings, or Addison. I would be playing DK Metcalf in the second one just because I believe you kind of just have to play DK Metcalf. You're kind of just forced to play DK Metcalf. So I would play DK Metcalf. And then for the other question, it would be DJ Moore, it would be Calvin Ridley, and it would be Najee Harris. So it would be Najee Harris, Ridley, Moore, and then it would so Moore, Harris, Ridley, and then it would be DK Metcalf. Young Shepherd, Ray, Elijah Moore, or Austin the third. Elijah Moore, 100%. Don't overthink that. If Elijah Moore is available in your league and you're not playing him, you have to play him. He is a no-brainer play, in my opinion. He is as no-brainer as it gets. You have to play him. In my opinion, you have to play him. I'm going to bench MHJ for Guerrero in my home league, so you already know MHJ is about to score 1 million points. But yeah, you have to play Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore has been playing incredibly well. So that's personally what I would do. I would play I would be playing Elijah Moore. I think he's like basically a no-brainer start at this point. I think he's kind of a no-brainer. So you got to play Elijah Moore. In that scenario, he's a no-brainer. Reggie, thank you for the super chat. Williams or Wilson at QB? I would go Caleb. Projected to lose and need upside. Yeah, I think Caleb has a ton of upside this week. Caleb has looked really good in back-to-back games. I'm not ready to, I said this in the video this week, I'm not ready to crown Caleb Williams yet as this champion, this must start. Oh my God, Oogle and Ogle over him. But I do think you probably want to be playing him over a lot of quarterbacks, especially with bye weeks. I think he could easily finish as a top 10 player this week at the quarterback position, could easily finish inside the top 6 even. So I would be playing Caleb. Zachary, thank you for the super chat. For the full PPR flex, Myers, Harris, Swift, Mooney. It's going to be Myers for me. Myers has been playing very well as of recently. I get Aiden O'Connell isn't the best. He's not a great quarterback. I wouldn't even consider him to even be a good quarterback, but I do think at the end of the day, based upon the options that you listed, he is a very safe option with a ton of upside. So I would go with Myers 100%. We buy homes near you. Thank you for the super chat. And I'm still looking for that super chat from This Is. So please make sure you leave your question in chat. I'm going to scroll all the way down to make sure everything's loaded. So if you have a question, please leave it. Non-PPR. Start one in the flex. Guerrero, Myers, Allen, or Rashad White. Personally, I'm playing Braylon Allen just because I think he scores up against the Dolphins, because the Dolphins are a bum of a team against the run. So I would go with Braylon Allen. Standard scoring flex, need one. Judy, Chubb, Abdullah, also a tight end. Noah Gray, Pat Fryermuth, Knox, Disley. I would go with Disley because I think Disley will bounce back and I think he could score. And then Judy, Chubb, or Abdullah. It would have to be Judy for me just because Judy has been playing so well as of recently. I think you would almost have to play Judy. So got to go Judy over Chubb and Abdullah, and I would go Disley at tight end. Next question here is going to be from One Dose Creator. Thank you for the super chat. See you, Brian. Appreciate you watching. It would be start Waddle, Mooney, Rico, or Shakira. For me, it's going to be Rico, Dowdle 100%, and then I would just go with Shakir, hoping that Khalil Shakir is able to bounce back. So let's go Shakir and let's go Rico Dowdle. I think that makes the most sense. I kind of like Mooney potentially over Shakir, but Mooney is coming off the injury. So I think the safest bet there is Shakir and Rico. Justin, thank you for the super chat. Vidal or Abdullah, Jennings, Neighbors, Myers, or Tracy. Vidal versus Abdullah. I would go Abdullah. Jennings, Neighbors, Myers, or Tracy. I would go with Neighbors, but if you want to be safe, play Tracy. That's what I would do. So Abdullah over Vidal, just because I don't think anyone feels confident in Abdullah or Vidal, but I just think Abdullah is going to get more touches. Right? So it makes sense to play the guy that's going to get the more touches. And then, let's see here. Blood on the leaves. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Okay, actually, let me reserve this. Okay, so I would go Abdullah over Vidal just because I think Abdullah is going to get more touches. And then I would go with Neighbors, but I think Neighbors, like my safety marker on him, definitely has gotten a little bit lower. So the safer bet would be Tracy. So I would go Tracy and I would go Abdullah. Thank you for being on the lookout. I had asked if I put Garrett Wilson or Ferguson at the flex, but now I might do Elijah Moore instead. Thank you. No problem. Yeah, I think that's fine. And yeah, I apologize if for some reason if you're not able to put something under your super chat. Just make sure you ask it a couple of times in the chat because there's a lot of questions in the chat. It is hard for me to find every single person's question. StreamYard also isn't the best at that, which is the software I use to stream. It's the best because it's easy to get everything onto the screen when you get a question. If you super chat, it's easy for me to find, but it is hard to, if you're not if the super chat didn't work correctly and I'm looking for like a normal question, it does get a little bit hairy there. So thank you. And no problem. I appreciate everyone that super chat today. I appreciate everyone that's just straight up watching without being able to super chat. That's perfectly fine with me. I love you and I appreciate you. Just making sure I put this last lineup in here. Going to try to win a trip to the Fantasy Football World Championship next Sunday for $1 gazillion. We would definitely win that if we got there, right, guys? That's just how it goes, right? We'd definitely win. There's no way we would lose. There's just no way. So yeah, that's fine with me. Okay. Calvin Austin or Elijah Moore? What's good, my boy? Abdullah or Gus Edwards? Tough with Henry on the bye. I would play Gus. MHJ or JSN? JSN. Nick Chubb or Chuba Hubbard? Kyler or Purdy? I would play Purdy. Nope, I would play Kyler. Should I start Neighbors, Tracy, or Braylon Allen? I would personally play Braylon Allen. I would personally play Braylon Allen. That's what I would do. That is what I would do. Next question. Hey, Nick, flex Janu, Hubbard, Shakir, or Pacheco. I would flex Janu. Elijah Moore or Westbrook Ikain or Tracy. I would play Westbrook Ikain. Nope, I would play Tracy. Leo, thank you for the super chat. Full PPR. Need 2 flexes and 2 running backs. Let me just put this lineup in really quick, and I'm going to answer your question. Because it's going to be way easier if I'm fully locked in to answer your question over me glancing to the side, typing things in. I'm going to type this super fast moto, so that we can get to the Mike Evans, Jacoby Myers. Okay. We got it in. Pause. Okay. Let's go 2 running backs and 2 flexes. Hawkinson, BTJ, Braylon Allen, Rashad, Garendo. I would go Braylon Allen. I would go Garendo. I would go Rashad White. And I would go Hawkinson. BTJ is the odd man out. Not because I think BTJ is a bad player. Not because I think BTJ is this terrible start. But because I believe that we will win, because I believe more in Hawkinson over BTJ due to the quarterback situation. So Hawkinson, we're going to go Allen, Garendo, and Rashad White. Thank you for the super chat. Neighbors or Garrett Wilson? I'm still playing Neighbors. Rise Above Everything, thank you. What's up, Nick? Nick Ferguson or Janu Smith? What's up, Rise Above Everything? I appreciate you. It's got to be Janu Smith. Janu Smith is another guy that has just been scorching hot. And again, when a guy is playing that incredibly well, when a guy is playing phenomenal like that, I think you just have to keep playing him. Janu Smith, sure, is the Jets matchup the best on paper? No, right? It definitely isn't. But again, when you are playing out of your mind like that, right? When you are just slapping defenses front hand, backhand, left and right every week, you got to play Janu. Question below, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. I will wait on the question. Rashad White or Neighbors? I would still be playing Neighbors. Otner, Ingram, Aaron Jones, Rico Dowdle, Braylon Allen. I would be playing the second 2. 2 wide receivers. Kirkland brand tequila is the best. I've never had that before. I've had Costco brand margarita mix, like the margaritas that already have the tequila in them, and honestly those are pretty fire. I won't lie to you. I'll keep it $1.50. You can't fuck with me. 49ers. Yeah, I'm going that way. Yeah, I am trapping out the segue. Okay. 2 running back or 1. We got to answer this quickly because there's only like a minute left. Okay. 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, and a flex. You got to play CeeDee Lamb. You got to play London. And you have to play Evans. Oh, fuck. This is hard. Okay, pause. Charbonnet. You're playing Charbonnet running back. You're going to play London. You're going to play Evans. And you can't sit Tyreek. You're playing Tyreek. So you're going to go Charbonnet. You're going London. You're going Evans. And you're going Tyreek Hill. You can't sit any of those guys. It sucks they have to sit London, but you have to in this scenario. I mean, it sucks they have to sit CD, but you're going to have to. Charbonnet, London, Evans, Tyreek. Lock that in. Addison or Jennings? I would go with Jennings. Lamb or Judy? I would go with Lamb. PPR, Judy, Ridley, Connor, Quick. I would go Ridley. Personally, I would be going Ridley. All right, I got to get this last lineup in real quick. I said I was going to do only a couple, but honestly, since this is $5 to enter, and this is the big tournament that you can get into next week live in person, it would be sick to go to something like that. It'd be sick to be good enough at fantasy to actually make an event like that. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to get there, punch our ticket there. And if we get there, we're just going to do an all Dolphins lineup, ride with the Dolphins, die with the Dolphins, baby. Fins up. Okay. We're super fast mode out of these. Lamb or Judy? Lamb. Wilson or MHJ? I would go with Wilson. Kyler Murray or Gino? Kyler. That's what we're doing. That is what we are doing. All right. So the lineups have locked. It is officially 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I appreciate everyone watching the stream. Appreciate all you guys. I love you long time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Means a lot to me that you guys watch the stream. Shout out to Caitlin. Shout out to Spock. Shout out to all the mods, Tyron, everyone that was in here. I probably didn't get every single person off the top of my head that's been in here, but I do appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who super chatted. 40 super chats today. Have fun watching the games today. The bottle of wine is called Francis Coppola, the guy who made the Godfather movies. Everyone smash that like button. Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. Make sure you guys smash that like button like it owes you some money. I appreciate you all. Love you long time. Everyone smash that button. Smash that like button. Smash the like button like it owes you some money. All right. Let's go. I'm going to make a quick anytime touchdown parlay. Oh, she makes the wine. That makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know too much about the lineage, I guess. Have a blessed day, bro. You too, man. I appreciate that. Quick little parlay here. Just trying to get everyone in that I think is going to score. Go Mike Evans. Oh, no, we got to go Bucky. Bucky just lives in the end zone. And then let's go James Cook. All right. $10 on this bad boy to win $185. Bang, bang. I went Achan, Nick Westbrook, Ikayin, Bucky Irving, and James Cook all to score a touchdown. All right. I appreciate you guys. Oh, that's cool. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. I hope you guys all have a good one. I will see you guys later. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go answer some emails at work, watch the games. Love you guys. Have a good one. See you guys next week. Love you a long time. I'll play some music as we get out of here, as I fade to black here. Let's go with some feeding the